Hey there, it's Silver Wolf. Welcome to your weekly reading for the week of October 11th through the 17th. I want to say a little note about the deck I'm using today. It's the Santa Muerte Tarot deck. So it does feature skeletons and coffins and that sort of thing, so I just wanted to give you a heads up. I love this deck. I use it all of Halloween, basically. But anyway, this reading will serve all signs, and the signs are timestamped below in the description, and you can watch for sun, moon, or rising, or all three. So without further ado, we're going to get started with Aries. And please remember to like, share, and subscribe, and hit the bell for all of my updates. I will be doing a new moon reading on October 16th, so look out for that. You can also go back and watch your October 2020 reading for the whole month for your sign, sun, moon, or rising. So without further ado, let's begin with Aries. Hi there, Aries. Welcome to your weekly reading. So I messed up my first take of Aries, so I just kept the cards that I pulled the first time out so I wouldn't have to pull your cards anew. But anyway, so the three cards that came out are Justice, Four of Swords, and the Magician. Okay, so these cards kind of read past to future, past, present, and future. So coming into your week, there was a decision. You made the decision, someone made the decision for you. It was a legal decision. It was something that had been a long time coming for you. And that is what the Justice card represents here, is that, you know, something did come to a head, but it came to a conclusion that was fair to you, or it might have been fair to all parties involved. It might have been a rocky road that you've kind of had to go through to get to this point. But you do feel like justice has been served, that you can possibly put this now behind you, and that you are confident that it is something that you won't have to deal with again. And so that leads you to your main energy of the week, which is Four of Swords, which is retreat and solitude and relaxation, kind of going into yourself a little bit more. Not being as available, and it's mainly because of whatever you had to kind of deal with lately. Yeah, it might have come to a conclusion, but you still had to exert a lot of energy, and you're frankly worn out, and you feel like turning inward now. You feel like just, you know, doing your own thing now, and that is perfectly acceptable. That's what this week is kind of calling you to do, because by the end of the week you're gonna feel that inner fire starting to rise again. You're going to feel that, you know, that creativity, that spark kind of jump up again and kind of get back into your awareness, and you're going to look around and be like, oh, there's some other things I can do. There's a new idea, there's a new inspiration, and you've kind of been there, done that. You have everything you need, plus you have the empowerment behind whatever this decision was, whatever this outcome was, and you know, a couple of days to rest from that and to kind of gather yourself from that in order to have these new ideas, these new things you want to try, new inclinations. So whatever that is, Aries, I see this as a rejuvenating week. It's a week that you can kind of let go of some of your anxiety a little bit, and just trust in your journey, and trust in what's heading your way too, and trust that you can relax some, because you have that security of something that has kind of come to an end, and you get to wrap it up, and you get to just declare it as finished, as something you can check off your list. So whatever that is, Aries, it's a positive week. It looks like a rejuvenating week, and you're definitely going to get your mojo back. So fear not, Aries. I hope this was helpful. Have a great week. Hello, Taurus. Welcome to your weekly reading. I'm going to go ahead and shuffle your cards a bit, and then I'm going to lay out 3 cards. And the 3 cards will represent past, present, and future. The past will be sort of the energy that brought you into the week. The present will be the energy of the week. And the future will be what you kind of are looking forward to by the end of the week. All right. Alright, cards that popped out are the 10 of Pentacles, and present will be the 8 of Pentacles, and the present, or in the future, will be the 8 of Swords. Okay, so Taurus, you feel safe and secure. You feel like you've gotten all your ducks in a row a little bit more. You're already aware of how talented you are, but you are kind of becoming a little bit more aware of some talents that you didn't know you had. So this may be where the 8 of Pentacles comes in the present, which is like the main energy of your week, is that you're practicing something, or you're honing your craft, or you're exploring something new even, or you're looking to add to your portfolio, to your repertoire of skills or gifts or whatever. And that's where this came in as a present, energy for you, was that 10 of Pentacles, which you felt like this, this sense of support and this sense of foundation through your family, through your inheritance, through your assets, through things that kind of have come with you throughout your lifetime. That can even be just like your work ethic. You might have you might be looking back and be like, gee, I'm glad that I had the parents that I had, because they taught me how to work hard to get to where I am now, and I'm thankful for that. So that could even also be like a feeling that you have, that you are secure in the material because you kind of learned the best way to get through the world from an early age. That came through your family, that came through people in your life, and so you are reassessing those skills this week. And it looks like the energy by the end of the week is 8 of Swords, which could denote that perhaps you feel a little trapped. There might be a situation that comes up in which you have to deal with immediately, and it might make you feel a little put upon. And don't stress out about it, because it's just one of those things. Like when you're going through and you're reassessing things, you're seeing how good things are, there's inevitably going to be something that pops up that challenges that, and it's not really anything done on purpose. It's just literally how you're figuring your situation out. So when you go to dot the I's and slash the T's, you see things that might have been there the whole time that you needed to deal with, that you just haven't yet. So that's where this energy might come through, or it might be some information that you get from an outside source that makes you feel a little bit more, like you don't really have a good choice to make, not any choice that you would want. You're kind of hemmed in. So, just be careful, especially if this 8 of Pentacles is about trying to find other work, and there's certain options on the table that look better than other options, and that might lead to you're afraid to choose anything or turn down anything because you just don't want to lose the opportunity. That could also be a thing. So you might get in your head about it. So it's just don't, because just know how talented you are, that you have a good background, and that there's going to be choices that are great. Even if these choices right here are not so great, there's going to be other opportunities. So just stay calm, Taurus. It's going to be okay. But I hope that was helpful. I hope you have a great week. Hey there, Gemini. Welcome to your weekly reading. I'm going to shuffle the cards a little bit and lay out 3 cards for you. And this card will be the past, present, and future for your week. Past is the influence bringing you into the week. Present will be like the main focus of the week, and future will be like the outcome or like what you can expect by the end of the week. The energy that you might be moving into. The first card that popped out is the Ace of Wands. That'll be for your past influence. The present main theme of the week is Page of Pentacles, and the future is going to be the Page of Swords. Okay. So perhaps a new opportunity has graced graced your presence, and you've taken that opportunity. And perhaps this is something that's been coming a long time for you. And it might be like a job that you've really wanted, that you're like, yes, I'm definitely going to jump on this. This is like opportunity of a lifetime. So there's a lot to learn. There's a lot to learn going in. There's a lot to adapt to. Like a whole new, almost like a whole new structure to work within. So you're going to have to kind of be quick on your feet a little bit. Ready to listen, ready to move, basically, ready to work, come in prepared, come in with any questions that you still have. You need to make sure that you ask them, that you get all the information that you need to get about whatever this is. If it's a new job, it's a new position, it's a new, new opportunity. If you're working online for the first time in your life, you might not understand all the ins and outs about stuff. You don't want to get caught in the middle of the job and not be able to figure it out, because you want to be able to do the best you can. So, make sure that you get all of your information about, whatever it is you need to know. Learn how to do the job better, be ready to pick up tidbits from other people. And be willing to ask others about their experience, so that perhaps you can incorporate that into your experience. And by the end of the week, you'll be feeling the Page of Swords energy, which is there's a lot of information coming at you. You're going to have to learn how to categorize that information so that you can retain it. And in that retaining it, you're able to use it effectively, because, you're no stranger to the influx of information, but sometimes things can go in one ear and out the other, so just be mindful of that. There's probably some things that people are going to say, possibly if they say it several times. It might be something that you need to make a note of and be like, okay, this seems to be pretty important, especially if it's getting mentioned a lot. I don't know how much you are into synchronicity, but sometimes things that we're supposed to really, really know tend to repeat themselves in our experience until we're like, okay, that, I get it. So that also might be that might just be like, and well, what I'm seeing is a lot of learning on the job. That's kind of like the message I'm getting here. So I don't know if it's like an actual job, or maybe you're like a new parent or something, but whatever it is, it's like you're learning how to be different. You're learning how to adapt. You're learning how to grow through that experience. And then with all that new information that comes in, you're going to be able to integrate it, and you're going to be able to put it forth in a good way, in an efficient way, and make it worth your while, whatever this new venture is. So whatever that is, Gemini, I wish you luck with it, and I hope it's a great week for you. Take care. Hey there, Cancer. Welcome to your weekly reading. I'm going to go ahead and shuffle the cards and pull out 3 cards to denote past, present, and future for your week. The past card will be like a past influence that has brought you into this week. Your present will be like the main theme of your week, and the future card will be like how you're feeling towards the end of the week going into the next week. Your outcome of this week, basically. Alright, Cancer. Alright, cards that came out were 7 of Pentacles, Nine of Swords, and Page of Pentacles. Okay, you are reassessing. You have been looking at your like finances. You've been looking at your work that you've put out, or lack thereof, possibly. And you're kind of in your head about it this week. And I don't know if it's just like you're worried about it. You're worried about your security. You're worried about finances. You know, you're worried about how you're going to make it to the next month. But I think there's a silver lining in here, because with all of this considering, which I would consider like this is like you're reassessing what you have. You're kind of taking stock, Seven of Pentacles, and then you're in your head about it a little bit, Nine of Swords. But I think that you might be not over exaggerating, but possibly just overblowing it in your mind, your situation, because you have a silver lining here. I see it. There's a really good idea. Or it could be that you've already launched a really good idea and you just haven't seen the growth yet, but there will be another avenue that's going to open up, that's going to show you where you can achieve more growth and whatever that is, or where you can start something, whatever that might be. And that's where this Page of Pentacles comes in. It's like kind of putting in the necessary steps forward to kind of get to that next level where you're going to be able to see more returns, okay? Because like you have done work, you've seen some stuff come in, right? You've harvested some things already, but you just haven't seen the explosion like you would, and you're a little worried, well, maybe this was a mistake. I don't see this as being a mistake, because I see this Page of Pentacles coming in and rejuvenating your view of it, rejuvenating your give a crap a little bit, because sometimes when things aren't doing so well, you might get a little down in it. If things just aren't exploding the way you wanted to, if you start writing a book or something and it's just not, you're like, oh, I have this great idea, I'm gonna write it in like 2 days, and you're like, oh wait, it does take a little bit longer. Don't get discouraged. You have a great idea, you know. Don't be like, oh, this is how it goes all the time, which is I just can't ever get anything off the ground. Don't go into that reaction, because it always takes baby steps, okay? It always takes one foot in front of the other. Very methodically going through the motions of got to get from here to here to here. You can't go from A to Z. You got to go to A, B, C, D. You know, there's a logical progression, and you will see results. You've already seen results. It's only going to get better if you keep your intention there. You know, you keep your focus there. You will see new ways of pushing forward, that will inspire you, you know, that will inspire you to keep going and to keep pushing in new directions. So I hope that whatever it is, it doesn't get you all the way down. Yes, if you're feeling a little, you know, ill at ease, you know, don't fight it. Allow yourself to feel that, but then once you're done feeling it, you can set it aside, and then you can start getting to work again. So don't run from it. Definitely embrace it, you know, embrace that, you know, you're anxious about it because you care about it, you know, and it's worth it. So, don't let it get you down, Cancer. It's going to be okay. You will see new ways forward, new paths forward, and it's going to be great. All right. Have a great week, Cancer. Hello there, Leo. Welcome to your weekly reading. I'll go ahead and shuffle the cards and pull out 3 cards for you. I'll do your weekly reading for October 11th through 17th for Leo. Leo. Yep. Okay, the cards that came out: 4 of Cups, King of Wands, and Temperance. Alright, so I kind of read this past, present, future. So kind of like the influence bringing you into the week, the main focus of the week, and then where the week is kind of ending up, the energies, or how they're ending the week. So beginning of the week, 4 of Cups. Um, yeah, I mean, you're a little bored, apathetic, or just maybe just down in the dumps. Um, maybe some of your recent, things that you might have been really excited about just kind of didn't pan out into anything, kind of just petered out, There might have been friends that you were like, where do they all go? That kind of thing. So what you need is, you literally need this week because this week is King of Wands, okay? So the King of Wands is directed energy, outward fire, explosion of creation, okay? So you're going to get out of this rut that you've kind of been in, and you're going to go forward into this like adventuresome, fiery, fun sort of energy. Go do something fun. Like, go like, I don't know, if you're an outdoorsy person, go do something outside, go hike, go biking, whatever. Something that might just kind of, something that you might not normally do on a daily basis, but just kind of carve out some time to where you can go explore something or do something you haven't done before, or even like cook a recipe you've never cooked before. Just kind of get out of the doldrums a little bit, move your furniture around, like rearrange your artwork. I don't know, there's all sorts of different things you can do to kind of do something, to introduce something a little bit different. It's also all about you switching your own gears, okay? Because, when we get into this energy, the Four of Cups energy, we can kind of get stuck in it a little bit. It can kind of become like a rut. So you have to literally like break yourself out. You have to literally dive in and do something else. So it does require some discipline. It does require you literally putting in the energy and helping yourself, because something's not necessarily going to come around and shake you out of it. You have to be willing to do that for yourself. And I do see the future as the Temperance card, so you're going to be feeling a lot better by the end of the week. You'll be feeling a lot more balanced. You're going to feel like you've actually given to yourself, you've nurtured yourself a little bit, so that's cool because you had to take that initiative to do that, and because you did, you actually shifted your energy from one state to another. And it was all you. It was all you doing that. It was all you choosing to. So, this week is going to be a good week for you. It's going to feel a lot lighter, a lot better. Even though we're going into a retrograde season, I feel like you can just use that to your advantage. Just do something unexpected. Do something that you wouldn't normally do, or something that maybe you used to love to do that you don't do anymore. It could be any of those things, but whatever it is, you have to be in charge of pulling yourself up and out of that and to move yourself into another energy. So I hope that you're successful, Leo. Take care. Hi there, Virgo. Welcome to your weekly reading. I'm going to shuffle the cards just a bit and pull out 3 cards to represent your week, October 11th through 17th. Cards that came out is the 9 of Pentacles. That will be for your past influence, bringing you into the week. The present will be the Knight of Wands. This is like your main focus, your main energy of the week. And by the end of the week, you'll be moving into the Sun energy. Alright, so this 9 of Pentacles. Okay. So, you're feeling pretty secure, Virgo. You feel like maybe you've brought yourself out of a difficult financial situation into a bountiful financial situation, and so this week will be all about deciding how you're going to use your abundance in the world, how you're going to either share of your talents, share of your material. Maybe you're going to take a trip, maybe you're going to take other people on a trip with you, maybe you're going to go around like visiting and spreading the love, whatever that means to you, but you're going to be pretty busy because you have this like you're coming out of the 9 of Pentacles energy, which is kind of like enjoying what you have, kind of, enjoying your garden, enjoying what you have created for yourself, the life that you've created for yourself, the abundance you've created for yourself, and now you're kind of looking for ways in order to share that into the world, to put that into the world. And I think that once you actually do that, you share with others, and you make it a priority to spread the abundance around, you'll be pleasantly surprised at what you're able to receive. The sun energy comes in at the end of the week, so that means that you're feeling good. I think you do feel better when you're able to connect with people in a meaningful way, Virgo. And you're able to do this by sharing your talents, by sharing a piece of yourself, by sharing something authentic, something that's very you. And that could be humor. I mean, it could just be hanging out with people and sharing your humor and your light and your fun with them. You have so much. Your cup overfloweth. So it's just natural for you to want to give back, to kind of find new ways to explore the world, new ways to connect with people, new ways to network with people. And I think that when you do that, when you put yourself out there, you're going to be pleasantly surprised at what you see in the world and what you experience in the world. And it's just going to feel really good. It's going to feel really fun. It's going to feel really light. So, yeah, Virgo, like, I know that you might have been having kind of a hard time with your finances this year. You might have been having a hard time with just like, what the heck am I supposed to do? You might have been bored. You might have been apathetic. But this kind of denotes another energy kind of shifting a little bit for you. So you might be undergoing this transformation into sharing more of yourself, sharing more of your time, your energy, your space, and you're going to be very pleasantly surprised at what happens when you do that. So I hope that was helpful, Virgo. Take care. Hi there, Libra. Welcome to your weekly reading. I'm going to shuffle the cards, and I'm going to pull out 3 cards for you. I just want to say happy birthday, Libras. A lot of you are having birthdays this week. Alright, the cards that came out for you, Libra. 2 of Swords, that's like the past influence that brought you into this week. And this week in general is the Moon energy, and you'll be moving into King of Cups by the end of the week. Okay, so you've been a little shut off, okay? There might have been a disappointment recently. There might have been a slowdown. There might have been even like you had to make a hard decision about something. You had to cut away excess in some way, shape, or form. It might have been not something you wanted to do. It might have been really hard to make that decision. And you're a little jumpy this week because of that. You're kind of thinking, did I make the wrong decision? Am I misinformed? Am I missing something? Are there things that I'm just not aware of that maybe I could have been aware of? Or did I make a decision before I was aware of certain things I needed to be aware of? So there might be some like regret this week. There might be some there might be some like darkness that comes up a little bit. There might be just like some guilt or some shame or something, all because you had to make a hard decision. You don't like to make decisions. You don't like to have to say no to something, to cut something out, to put boundaries on something, right? On a person, on something, on an influence in your life, right? And you've had to, and it's made you feel kind of crappy. And it's kind of making you question yourself. But the Moon is also telling me that you made a decision based on intuition, and intuition sometimes isn't logical. And Libras, you're very logical, you're very analytical a lot of the time. So you made a decision that, like, if you asked everybody else, everybody would be like, well, either they wouldn't know what to tell you, or they would think that it was a bad decision. And so it just had to be something that you had to feel. It wasn't something that you were going to be able to find, as a, solution anywhere. You weren't going to be able to read it in a book or watch a self-help video about it. It was just something that you had to do. And it felt raw, but it also feels like it was the right thing to do. That because you were willing to do that, and you're willing to suffer this little bit of discomfort, you will be moving into just a better flow with whatever it is, whether that's like your workflow, that's your creative endeavor, whatever that is. You're gonna be the king of it. You're gonna be the ruler of that, where it's just effortless, because you were willing to cut away some of that excess, or you were willing to kind of say no to a certain influence in your life, or whatever it is. This could be a lot of different things, but I'm just kind of reading how the energy is looking. It's like I had to make a decision. I had to do something. I had to like turn away from something, even turn down an opportunity. I feel kind of weird about it, but I also feel it's kind of right. I made this decision based off of intuition, not necessarily fact or figures, But I think your willingness to do that, to dive deep and do something that's kind of a little bit off the chain for you, a little bit off the cuff, is just going to yield to a better sense of balance and a better sense of creative power. And so, yeah, I see this as being a good thing for you, Libra. I know it's uncomfortable, but you're just going to get through it. Don't push away the discomfort. Realize that you're feeling uncomfortable because, yeah, it is uncomfortable, It's natural to feel the way that you do, but it's okay, because it's going to yield to something greater. So I hope this was helpful, Libra. Take care. Hi there, Scorpio. Welcome to your weekly reading. I wanted to shuffle the cards a bit and pull out 3 cards for you. Alright, Scorpio, first card that came out was 3 of Swords. And the second card should be like the present. The focus of your week will be 10 of Wands, and by the end of the week you'll be moving into the Ace of Swords energy. Okay, 3 of Swords. You miss somebody, or you're heartbroken, or you just don't know what to do, kind of thing. You've sort of been through it all, and you don't really know what to do now. Okay, you don't know how to make your situation better. Your situation is a lot, honestly. You might have a lot of plates spinning in the air. It might be a little too much. 10 of Wands. So this might come into focus this week, that possibly you are doing too much, or you're doing so much in one area, but you're not doing enough in another area, and that area is suffering. You keep ending up in this like cycle of being morose and being like caught up, and you're trying to move away from that. You are. And I think I see by the end of the week that you will be getting like a light bulb moment, like some new clarity, a new silver lining in your life that's like, okay, now I see why all of this has been like this up to this point. So you might get a why, which might clear up everything for you. You might not know why you're so wrapped up in stuff that either you cared about at one point, you don't care about so much now, or you are the only person who does care about whatever it is, and everyone else involved doesn't really. So it might be a couple of those things. You're just kind of like, you're kind of hurt because you just wish that others in your situation were as committed as you, or as devoted as you, or could give you more of a hand even, and not just put everything on your back. not just make you responsible for every damn thing. And I think that you're going to get a little bit more insight as to why that pattern keeps coming up in your life, and possibly even some clarity as to how to move away from that energy, to move into an energy that's a little bit more healthy for you, a little less draining, a little less constantly like a battle, or constantly, a disappointment, one heartbreak after another. And a lot of times we don't like to see ourselves as the source of all of our issues, but a lot of times it is, because we choose to do things, okay? We choose to enter into contracts, we choose to help a friend out, so it could be any of these things that it's like you go into it full board, and then it ends up being kind of like almost like a waste of your time. So you're going to get a little bit more insight as to how you can avoid this in the future, and how you can possibly better, what's the word? Appropriate? I don't know if that's the right word, but to better like spread out your energy in a way that's going to work better for you, and it's going to work better for people that actually are really invested in you. So, there might be a moment where you have to like decide, what is the actual issue, and it might actually be you. And so whatever this is will help you see that this week. So whether it's someone else, whether it's another influence, or it's you, or whatever it is, you're going to be able to see a little bit more clarity as to what that is and what you can do about it, and how you can shift your energy and your focus around. So I hope that was helpful, Scorpio. Take care. Hi there, Sagittarius. Welcome to your weekly reading. I'm going to shuffle the cards a little bit, and then I'm going to pull out 3 cards for you. What are the cards for Sagittarius this week? Okay. All right. We have the 6 of Pentacles. This will be like your past influence moving you into the week. Your main focus this week, 4 of Cups. And future influence is 2 of Wands. Okay. So I feel like, Sagittarius, you've either given or received some help recently. The 6 of Pentacles denotes that there was like gifts of charity, generosity, some sort of help that you might have received from others, or help that you've given to others. And you might have felt like possibly it wasn't as balanced of an exchange as it could have been. Possibly not so much on your end, maybe like you were given too much, and you want to give, so you give, but it was an overbalance or an underbalance, or what you received might have not been enough, and it might cause this week some discomfort, some apathy, some disappointment even. It might just ended up being something that you didn't really want in the end, and you're kind of reassessing how to be generous in the future without it being draining to you. Okay. It also could be, look here, because with this 2 of Wands moving in, it's almost like you're going to have to make a decision. You're going to have to make a decision on something, because this help might not always be there. Okay? So you might be realizing this. You might be like, I can't do this forever. The receiving of this help is really just, it doesn't feel good, because it's like almost like to get some, it just doesn't feel like enough. So there might be an underbalance there, where whatever help you're getting, you're not putting it towards the right things. Your resources are kind of either stagnant or just not being used appropriately. And so by the end of the week, you're going to have a decision to make. You're going to have to decide what you're going to do to make your situation work for you. You're going to have to decide a path to take. And, it might not be an easy choice. It might be something that completely, like, you might balk at, but it could be the one thing standing between you and improving your life, okay? It might be like you don't want to just be someone who collects. You want to be someone who puts something out into the world, because if you don't create something, if you don't produce something, you start to feel bad. Like, you start to feel like you don't exist, like you're not real, almost. You want that adventure, you want that creativity, you want your gears are already turning all the time, and if they don't have something good to turn on, they're not working on something that's productive, it could be kind of disastrous. It could cause depression, it could cause anxiety. And you don't want to do that. You don't want to be stuck in that energy. You want to be able to flow. You want to be able to come and go as you please. You don't want to be dependent. And you're kind of falling into that now, a little bit of dependency, and you feel bad about it. So it's either like you need to kind of reorient how you're looking at the situation, and maybe practice some gratitude for it. Or you might need to make some readjustments. You might have to make some hard decisions. You might have to go take a job in something that is kind of like just to pay the bills type of thing. It might be something like that. And so it might be the hard decision, but it's going to be the decision that serves you in the long run. So, whatever this is, Sagittarius, don't let it get you down. Realize that the help that you're getting, or the help that you're giving, it's for the here and now, and that absolutely matters, because if you didn't get this help now, who knows where you would be next month. Okay, so this could be a proper stepping stone for you, but it also might be a sign to you that you need to get your situation under control, and you need to move forward in a way that's going to be positive and productive. So whatever that is, Sagittarius, I hope that this was helpful. Have a great week. Hey Capricorn, welcome to your weekly reading. I'm going to shuffle the cards a little bit and pull out 3 cards for you. We'll discuss what your week is going to look like for you. Alright, ooh. Alright, the first card, which will represent the past influence, bringing you into the week, is the Lovers. Okay. And the main focus of your week is the Star. And your future influence, future energy, is the 8 of Wands. Okay, Capricorn, are you in love? This is indicating you've decided on something, like a love relationship or a union of some kind, soulmate type of thing. And it's the type of energy that makes you feel secure, and it makes you feel ready to look forward to the next step. So whatever this is, this could be like, this could even be inward. Like, this could be like you're uniting your inner masculine and feminine into union, so that you can finally unlock the door to all your desires. And so this week you're going to be wishing and dreaming and thinking about the future. You're looking ahead. You're trying to capture a glimpse of what's to come. Your future, and you see your future as being a very bright one. Okay, because of this energy. Okay, the Lover's energy. Coming into union with self, or with other, with another of yourselves. So that definitely makes you feel strong, and in that strength you're able to kind of like, you're like the, you can think of anything and dream of anything now, because anything is possible to you. With this Eight of Wands energy coming through, this is information coming at you with lightning speed, or it can indicate travel. So either way, maybe you are planning some type of travel this week, and then you're going to start making the plans for the travel. You're going to actually start making the arrangements for the travel. Or there could be something that you're like, there's something up in the air. Okay, as a result of this, of the Lover's energy, there's something that's up in the air that you don't know what's going to happen, and you're going to get some more information about it at the end of the week. So it's like you have like this excitement, this apprehension almost, about what's to come as a result of this new foundation that's been laid, this new choice, this new, like, you branched off into something else, and now you're in a different world, you're in a different energy, and so you're going to see more about what is actually a part of that energy, what's coming in for you, what that's going to look like. So this is pretty exciting, Capricorn. I'm excited for you. The Lovers is great. The Star, both the Lovers and the Star are highly positive cards. So you're in union, and you're feeling good about that, and more is to come, okay? Because when you're feeling good about something, you're grateful about something, you attract more to be grateful for. So Capricorn, that was your reading. Hope you enjoyed. Hi there, Aquarius. Welcome to your weekly tarot reading. I'm going to shuffle the cards a bit and pull out 3 cards for you. The cards that came out, this is for your past influence, is the Moon. Okay. Present influence, this is the main focus of your week, is the Five of Wands, and you'll be moving into the Empress energy by the end of the week. Okay, Aquarius, you've had a lot on your plate. You've had a lot of things that were revealed to you. There might have been people that were revealed to you as just not great. Like not great for your world, not great for what you want to achieve. And so you've set some boundaries, or you flat out ignored some of them, which may or may not be wise depending on your situation. But whatever the case is, whether you set boundaries, whether you ignored, whether you put distance between you and someone else, put distance between you and a group, it is, whatever that is coming back to kind of, I wouldn't say fight you, but just, it's coming back around to see what's going on, okay? Aquarius, a lot of people do rely on you. There are probably people that you don't even realize rely on you that certainly do. And so, you're so looked up to that, yeah, people are going to come looking. They're going to come to try to figure out what's going on. And you're going to have to be willing to, first of all, be as honest as you're willing to be, stay true to yourself, stay in integrity, but let people know in the nicest way that you can that you just don't have it in you right now, that you have to devote your energy to something else, that maybe you can't do that job, maybe you can't work that many hours a week, maybe you can't, there might be just something that you just, that you're not willing to do, but it's just like you feel like if you put your foot down, you're going to create enemies. And yeah, you might. That's the thing, the Five of Wands, there might be people that come up and they're just kind of abrasive with you because of it, or they might be expecting more than you can give. Or you're just, you might have given too much. You might be like spread thin, and you might be just ready to just burn the whole thing down. So you can see he's lighting a match there. So you might be ready to just be like, I'm out of here type of thing. But what I'm suggesting to you is to stay calm, stay neutral, stay in your power. kind of figure out the reasons why you might need to back out of something, why you might need to reorient your relationship to something. And I promise you, you will feel a lot better about it if you're able to handle it in the way that works for you, in the way that's best for you, in the way that might smooth out conflict. You know, you can do things with love. You can set a boundary with love. You can politely refuse to do something. You can tap out, you know, or you can move forward, you know, with something. Maybe it's also a lack of confidence. It's kind of coming up as a little bit of inner conflict too. You know, maybe you're delving into, you're kind of going places that you never saw yourself going, and a little bit of self-doubt starts to creep in. That also could be what's happening, and so you're kind of fighting within yourself. You have a little bit of self-conflict, and so what you need to do is just handle it with love. Know that you're worthy. Know that you're capable. You know that it's going to be okay, you know. And really remember to sit in your power about this. Don't go immediately into reaction. Don't berate yourself. Don't berate others. Just realize that you know, you're one person. You're not Superman or Superwoman, you know. You know, you got to do what's right for you, and you have to reorganize your life in the way that's going to make sense, with all due respect, you know. So there's no need for conflict. There's no need for inner conflict or outer conflict. All you need to do is just stand in your integrity, be honest, figure out what it is you need, what are your needs. And once you figure those out, you're able to communicate that a little bit better to yourself and to other people in your life. So I hope that was helpful, Aquarius. Take care. Hey there, Pisces. Welcome to your weekly reading. I'm going to shuffle the cards a little bit and pull out 3 cards for you. We'll explain your week, October 11th through the 17th. Okay, Pisces. First card that came out was the Chariot. And the present card, the first card is like your past influence that brought you into the week. The present influence of your week is Temperance. And by the end of the week, you'll be moving into the 2 of Cups energy. Okay, Pisces, you have finally chosen your path. Okay, the Judgment is all about choosing a new path and sticking with it and going forward in triumph. Okay, and there's no going back, but you wouldn't even want to go back, okay, at this point. So you might have been at this crossroads for a little while, Pisces. You might have not known what you wanted to do, okay? There might have been a lot of things in your sphere that you just were so confusing and confounding that it was hard for you to decide what the heck is real and what's not real, okay? Because a lot of times, Pisces, you dive into the subconscious, okay? You're diving deep, so your experience in the world, like everyone else does, plus this whole other world, your inner world, and things come up there and things happen there that you kind of almost forget that the people around you aren't experiencing, okay? They're not experiencing your inner world. They're not experiencing, you know, all of these thoughts and these ideas, these inspirations that you're experiencing, okay? And that might be discouraging to you because you like to share your world with other people. You like to share a bit of yourself, and you feel like, well, if I can't share that stuff, I can't share anything about myself. It's not necessarily true, Pisces, and you're kind of seeing this. You're seeing that, okay, I can go forward with a serious relationship, a soulmate relationship, okay, a relationship, a love of your life kind of thing, or a very important partnership even. I can open up even though they can't see my inner world, even though I can't explain that to them really. But it's okay. It's okay to continue down that road because it's all about balance, okay? If you were just by yourself, you didn't have anyone else to like bounce yourself off of, that wouldn't be good. Like, you would be imbalanced, right? So it is good to have your person, like another person, a friend, a soulmate there, who is very different from you, okay? Who might be your opposite, who might be just, you guys might be night and day, but it creates a balance, okay? And temperance often comes out of soulmate relationship, that balance that you get when you merge polarities, okay? Like masculine and feminine come together as one. And that's kind of what's happening to you inwardly. And as that happens inwardly, you're able to connect outwardly with another person. Two of Cups is always another person, connecting with another person on a deep soul level. So Pisces, you are very much exploring that. This might be something that you thought might have just, you weren't going to be able to do. It might have just been an opportunity that was just a dream, you know, a fantasy. And yes, Pisces, you do have lots of fantasies. And sometimes when you realize that your fantasies are just fantasies, that that could be a little disconcerting, because you might be like, I like fantasy, and if the reality isn't any kind of fantasy, you know, that might be disillusioning for you. But it doesn't, you know, just because it's not a fairy tale doesn't mean that you can't bring fantasy into reality, that you can't make it a real thing. Because if you desire something, you desire true love, you desire connection, you surely will get it, because you chose it, you chose to experience that. And so you are moving into an ability to cross that threshold finally, and take it from fantasy very much into reality, which is a goal for you, right? Pisces act as bridges, from the transcendent to the, you know, to the real. Okay, so yeah, you have every opportunity to do this within this relationship, because this new, whatever this is, new partnership, the soulmate, is perfectly suited to you, okay? It just fits you perfectly. And you guys are not the same at all. You're very different, but that's what makes it work. So, you know, I hope this is a great week for you, Pisces. Take care. That's it. That was the weekly reading for all signs for October 11th through the 17th. I hope everybody has a great week. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll catch you next time. See ya!